let's talk about your office Wi-Fi. It's absolutely essential, right? But what if it's secretly costing you money and putting your entire business at risk? Today, we're going to break down how you can turn that simple connection from a potential liability into a seriously powerful tool for productivity and protection for your whole team.
So let's just dive right in with a big question. So many businesses, especially the smaller ones, run on what you could call a trust-based system. You know the deal. Everyone gets the Wi-Fi password, and that's it. Total freedom. But is that freedom actually creating problems you haven't even thought about? Well, let's find out. And this is usually where the conversation starts. We trust our people. And look, that is a fantastic sentiment. It really is. It comes from a great place. You want to build a culture of trust and flexibility, not stand over everyone's shoulder micromanaging every single click. But here's the thing. The digital world has a few traps that even the most well-meaning, trustworthy employees can accidentally fall right into.
This slide just nails the gap between those old beliefs and today's reality. On the left, you've got the myth, right? The idea that, oh, we're too small for hackers, they only go after the big guys. But the reality is, automated attacks, they don't care how big your company is. They just scan for any weakness. And while you might think setting up filtering is some kind of IT nightmare, modern tools are actually so simple they can be managed from pretty much anywhere. So what are the real consequences here? Well, a totally open Wi-Fi connection usually creates 3 hidden costs. First up, productivity just quietly drops. Those quick checks on social media or streaming a video, they really add up. Second, your security exposure goes way up. Malicious ads and phishing sites suddenly become a direct threat to your entire network. And third, you've got HR and legal risks creeping in. You could actually become liable for inappropriate stuff accessed on company time and on company equipment. Okay, so if that's the problem, what's the solution? Well, it's not about locking everything down like a fortress. It's about having a smarter digital gatekeeper. So let's talk about modern web content filtering. At its heart, web content filtering is a really simple but incredibly powerful idea. I mean, forget trying to manually block a million different websites. That's just impossible. This is all about setting broad, intelligent rules. You get to control what categories of sites people can get to, and, just as important, when they can get to them. And this is the magic of it, really. Instead of chasing down every single distracting website one by one, you just manage these big, simple categories. So, if you want to cut down on distractions, you can restrict the social media category during work hours. To boost your security, you can just permanently block the malware and phishing category. It's simple, it's powerful, and it's a way more effective approach. And check this out. This is a perfect example of how you can be both fair and focused. Look at this policy. High-risk stuff like adult content or known malware sites, blocked all the time. That's just smart protection. But then you look at things like social media or video streaming. You can simply restrict them during the main workday, but then open them right up during lunch or after hours. It's a balanced approach that totally respects people's breaks. All right, so when you put a smart policy like this in place, you get 2 huge benefits. You get to boost your team's focus and, at the same time, block threats before they can do any real damage. So let's break down what that actually looks like in the real world. Let's talk numbers for a second, because this is wild. If you have a 10-person team and each person loses just, say, 30 to 45 minutes a day to random, non-work browsing, that adds up. We are talking about losing an entire work week, about 40 hours, every single month. That is a staggering hidden cost that filtering can help you get back. And the goal here isn't to be the bad guy. It's about creating what you could call soft boundaries. It's about gently nudging everyone towards focus when it really counts. By cutting down on those constant little micro distractions, that quick scroll through Instagram, that one recommended YouTube video, you create a calmer, more productive space for everybody. And management doesn't have to look over anyone's shoulder. But productivity is only half the story, because some websites aren't just distracting, they are actively dangerous. A free sports streaming site can be loaded with malicious ads. A simple search for a printer driver can lead you to a fake tech support page that installs malware. These are real, everyday risks that content filtering helps shut down right at the source. Okay, let's put this into a real-world context. Picture an accounting firm. They handle super sensitive client data. An employee is streaming a game on some sketchy website that's just plastered with aggressive pop-up ads. One wrong click, and you could be looking at ransomware. The solution? It's simple. You block the high-risk streaming and gambling categories, and you've just dramatically reduced that firm's risk. Or how about this one, a public-facing business, like a cafe? The absolute last thing you want is a customer complaining that someone else is looking at inappropriate stuff on your guest Wi-Fi. By simply blocking the adult and illegal categories, you protect your brand, you protect your other customers, and you make sure you have a safe, family-friendly environment. It's a no-brainer.
And for our last scenario, let's talk about the classic startup. The culture is relaxed, it's fun, but deadlines are starting to slip because of a ton of social media and YouTube use. Well, instead of turning into micromanagers, leadership can set a really simple policy. Limit those distracting categories during work hours, but open them up during lunch. You get to keep the cool culture while making sure everyone stays focused on the goals.
Okay, so you can see the benefits, right? But you might be thinking, how do I actually do this without causing a huge uproar in the office? It's all about how you roll it out. You got to do it the right way.
A smooth rollout really just comes down to these 4 steps. 1, be clear about your goals. What are you trying to achieve? Is it productivity, security, both? 2, agree on fair rules. If you involve team leads in the process, the policy feels fair, not like something being forced on them. 3, and this is the most important one, communicate the why. Emphasize that this is about protecting the team and the business, not about spying. And 4, start soft. Just block the really high-risk, no-brainer categories first, and then you can fine-tune your approach based on feedback.
Because at the end of the day, that's what this is all about. It's not about restriction just for the sake of it. It's about being proactive. It's about consciously turning your digital workspace into a safer, more focused, and more efficient environment for every single person on your team. So I'll leave you with the same question we started with, but hopefully with a little bit of a new perspective. Take a good hard look at your current setup and just ask yourself, is our office Wi-Fi a true asset that's helping us succeed? Or could it be a hidden liability? The answer might just surprise you.